Hey yo, welcome to Big Dog Talk Sports. And this is the Sports Tawkin Podcast, episode 2. Let's get it in, man. Subscribe, hit that like button. Let's go. Alright, man, I want to open this episode with Coach Deion Sanders and people's reaction about him going to coach the Colorado Buffaloes. Personally, I'm disappointed in a lot of people, especially my people. And when I say my people, I mean, in my opinion, all good people are my people. But I'm specifically talking about my people as far as my race. I'm Afro-American, if you can't tell. I'm disappointed in a lot of our people's reaction. You know, I see a lot of people saying Deion Sanders is a sellout and he don't care about the black students and all this stuff, man. It's just ridiculous, man. I can't stand when we do this, man. We got Bomani Jones getting on TV and he pretty much called Deion Sanders a sellout, pretty much. Like, people are weird, man. I mean, I don't know what you want this man to do. He went to Jackson State. He turned that football program around. And his impact was big, not only for Jackson State, but for HBCU football as well, as a whole. I mean, this man, he helped bring a lot of money to that school, and not only to that school, he helped bring a lot of money to that city. That's a fact. He helped the popularity of HBCUs go up, man. Not even just Jackson State, but HBCU football as a whole. The popularity went up because of Deion Sanders' impact. And no, I'm not saying Deion Sanders is 100% responsible for that. But what I'm saying is his impact was a huge reason why. We can't deny that. And y'all can't get on here lying saying it wasn't, because if it didn't, y'all wouldn't be crying now. You know, Deion Sanders, he helped, Colorado, like, far as jerseys. Not Colorado, Jackson State. As far as jerseys, they have the second most variations of jerseys behind the Oregon Ducks, which is a powerhouse school. I mean, his impact on the game helped HBCUs get more major television time with ESPN. That's a fact. He noticed some of the kids didn't really have the dressing attire for when they traveled. He used his connections and influence and people he know, whatever, to help provide the young men suits so they could be fresh and clean traveling. Deion Sanders, he gave up half his salary to help this organization, this school, the program. And y'all got the nerve to say this man's a sellout. I swear, man. Deion Sanders was making $300,000 a year. He gave up half of that to help the program. He helped bring millions of dollars to the city, to the school. See, the problem with a lot of people, man, they don't like seeing people come up. He ain't do nothing wrong to nobody. We ain't seen, if he did, we don't know. As far as we know, he did nothing wrong. He did nothing shady. That man earned the opportunity to coach a major school, man, with more resources and way more money he can earn. He's making $5 million now compared to $300,000. And he's bringing some of those players with him. And his coaching staff. You can't forget about the coaching staff either. They got families they got to feed. They get to make more money and get better opportunity as well. And guess what? The SWAC conference and HBCUs, they still get to reap the benefits of the impact of Deion Sanders while he's no longer there. I mean, y'all expect him to be there forever. Like, somebody else got to step up and do something too. The man can't walk on water now. Like, he can't recruit for all the HBCUs. He can't coach all the HBCU teams. He can't help all the HBCU teams get resources Somebody else got to step up too, man. What about some of the other coaches? I mean, that were former players who want to coach. They can come down to the HBCUs and coach, or do whatever and use their resources and help them schools. Deion Sanders can't do it all, man. He did a lot in those 3 years he was there in Jackson State. Leave that man alone. All right, for all those who said Deion Sanders is a sellout, he turned his back on the black community, which is insane. Question: if Deion Sanders decided to stay in Jackson State after these 3 years he's been there, got the football program undefeated right now, helped HBCU's football popularity skyrocket a little bit, helped the school make millions of dollars they probably wouldn't have made if Deion had come, gave up half his salary to help the program. I just want to know, if you want, for those that want Deion to stay, feel like he should have stayed. If Deion Sanders decided to stay, what would y'all want? What else y'all want him to do? All right, y'all, let's get into some NBA talk right now, man. We're going to talk about the New Orleans Pelicans. They got the Phoenix Suns tonight. The Pelicans, they have been scary. I'm talking about they have been crazy scary as of late. Right now, they hold the best record in the West at 16-8, and they doing it by dominating both ends of the floor. Right now, the Pelicans are currently 6th in the NBA when it comes to offensive rating, and they're 3rd in defensive rating. Zion Williamson is one of the most efficient scorers in the NBA. He shoots about 60% from the field, and he's top 15 in defensive rating. So Zion Williamson has been playing great. Let's hope he just stay healthy. I would love to see Zion Williamson have a long career and playing great as we know he can. New Orleans, they won their last 5 games, and that's without Brendon Ingram, pretty much. They have a tough game at home tonight against the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix is right behind them in second place with 16-9 record. The Suns, they're currently on a 2-game losing streak, losing to those games to the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics. If the Suns play New Orleans like they've been playing, they're going to get blowed out for the 3rd game in a row. The game is happening right now. Last time I looked at the score, it was like 27-26. So it looks like it might be a good game. No blowout. All right, man, let's go to La La Land. Let's talk about Lakers forward / center Anthony Davis. He had to leave the last game he played because of a non-COVID illness. I think they say he had flu-like symptoms or something. I'm not sure. But he's playing tonight against the Clippers. Right now, the Clippers are up 88-79 as I'm making this video. Anthony Davis has 8 points in 18 minutes at this moment. But let's hope Anthony Davis can get back to the form he was before he left the game against Cleveland. Now, I'm not saying I'm expecting him to score 44 and 55 every night, and he shouldn't have to do that. But I want the Anthony Davis that was aggressive, wasn't just launching threes, and that he was balling, dominating. Like he was playing. Anthony Davis, before the illness, playing like, I'm saying, like he was playing like a top 5 player. Like we always knew he had the talent and the skills to be a top 5 player, but I think it's the lack of motivation, or I don't know what it was, but he wasn't playing like it. And I'm not talking about when he's injured. I'm talking about when he's healthy. Sometimes he had in 4th quarters where you can't even tell he's in the game. He have no impact. But the aggressive Anthony Davis is what we want to see on the court, man. He has to be the number 1 guy for the Lakers. LeBron, he has to be more the playmaker. I'm not saying LeBron can't get his. He's still talented enough to get his points, but he hasn't been efficient as he used to be. The offense. The Lakers better when the offense runs through Anthony Davis. I think it's been kind of proven that. They was like 8-2 at one point. Shout out to Anthony Davis. That's the Anthony Davis I like, the aggressive. I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all can't mess with me, Anthony Davis. That's what we want to see. Not somebody just shoot jump shots and not being aggressive. Attacking the paint, attacking his opponent. We need the AD who could possibly be a top 5 player. When he was in that mode, he was top 5. No debate from me. Shout out to Anthony Davis. And I'm gonna have to go back because I think I said they was playing the Clippers. I meant to say the Sixers. They're playing the Sixers tonight. The Sixers up by 9 when I last saw the score. But just wanted to fix that real quick. All right, man, last but not least in the NBA talk, we're going to talk about Luka Doncic. All I got to say, man, if Luka Doncic is not your MVP as of right now, I wonder what in the world are you watching? The only other name I will accept is Jason Tatum. But other than that, you have to say Luka Doncic. I mean, look, man, he's leading Dallas in nearly every important stat. Scoring, rebounding, steals, assists. He has the Dallas Mavericks 7th in the Western Conference at 13-11, and they're currently on a 3-game winning streak. I hope Mark Cuban trying to make a move this season to help Doncic and improve this roster because, let's be real, this roster could use some work. I don't know what move that would be. Probably have to wait closer to the trade deadline, but I don't want them to waste this great season by Luka Doncic, but not at least trying to put a roster together to make another deep run in the postseason. Shout out to Luka Doncic. You are balling. All right, man, before we get to our NFL segment, I just want to mention the album Melanation 143 by Kenise Taylor. It is out in all streaming platforms. Please check that out. I will have her link for her bio and ways to connect her on social media in the description box. That's Melanation 143 by Kenise Taylor. Cop that. All right, man, let's talk some NFL football. We're going to start off with the Big Dog Elite 11 Power Rankings. And the Power Rankings is as follows. Of course, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at number 1. The Dallas Cowboys been looking real powerful. They're number 2. The Vikings, they're 10-2 right now. Yes, I know the Minnesota Vikings have a better record than the Dallas Cowboys, but we're not going to sit here and act like the Cowboys and bring out the whipping sticks on the Vikings when they face each other head-to-head 40-3. We ain't finna play them games. I have Dallas above Minnesota. At 4th, I had the Buffalo Bills. Number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals. They just beat the Kansas City Chiefs by 3 points. It seemed like Joe Burrow got their number. Number 6 is the Kansas City Chiefs. They're a game better than the Bengals as far as record-wise, but the Bengals did beat them head-to-head, so that's why I have the Bengals ahead of the Chiefs. All right, 7th place, I have the San Francisco 49ers. They're 8-4 right now. They just manhandled the Miami Dolphins. Unfortunately, their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, went down. But right now, I have the 49ers as the 7th best team in the NFL. They have the best defense. These guys are some monsters. Number 8 is the Baltimore Ravens. The number 9 team is the Miami Dolphins. They fell to number 9. Number 10 is the Jets. And number 11 I have is the New York Giants. All right, man, so we had the Thursday night game between the Raiders and the Rams. Baker Mayfield debuted as a Ram, and it was a great performance, man. It was a low-scoring game, 17-16, but Baker Mayfield, he led the Rams down the field with a 98-yard drive for a touchdown to win the game. So, the Rams, they pulled off the big win. That was Baker Mayfield's debut, and it was a good one. All right, man, let's get into these predictions for Week 14, man. All right, man, Sunday, we got the New York Jets on the road to face the Buffalo Bills. AFC East Division matchup. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they are back on their winning ways, winning their last 3 games. Now, before this 3-game winning streak, they was on a 2-game losing streak. And one of those losses came from the New York Jets. This time they'll be in Buffalo, and I'm expecting the Bills to avenge that L. The Jets have a defense that can keep them in any game. The first time they played, it was evidence, man. They kept the game low scoring at 20-17. I believe Buffalo's elite offense will find a way to put some more points up this time. And not in a blowout or nothing like that. I ain't saying they're going to blow them out. They make a Buffalo is on paper, they are a great team offensively and defensively as well. I don't expect a blowout. I just expect Buffalo to be able to score some more points. I tell you this, though. Josh Allen, he don't secure the ball, man. They go take another L because that first time they played, he had 2 interceptions. He fumbled the ball twice. Like, he got to get it together. He can't do that again. If he do that again, the Jets going to win again. But I don't see that happening. I got the Buffalo Bills winning, I would say 28-17. I think they can get 4 touchdowns this time. Even though the Jets defense is pretty good, I think the Bills offense can get 4 touchdowns this game. I'm expecting maybe 28-17 Buffalo. All right, let's run down the rest of the games. We have Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns on the road to face the Cincinnati Bengals. I like Joe Burrow and the Bengals to win this game. I say about 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So we have the Houston Texans on the road at Jerry World facing the Dallas Cowboys. Look, man, it's going to take a miracle for Houston to even keep the game close. I don't see it happening. I have the Dallas Cowboys dominating this game. I say 41-14 Dallas. All right, so we have the Minnesota Vikings on the road facing the Detroit Lions. Hey, man, Minnesota, they are the better team. But I like how the Lions been playing lately. Believe it or not, I have Detroit actually pulling an upset at home in a close one. I say 31-28. For all you gamblers out here, well, I'm going to say this. I don't want to say I'm a gambling expert. But if it was me and I want to take a low-risk, high-reward bet, I would bet on Detroit this game. Now, I know Minnesota's the favorite, rightfully so. Most likely Minnesota's going to win this game. But I have a feeling Detroit will pull this upset. I like Detroit in this game. 31-28. I feel like it's going to be a close game. Detroit's going to win by a field goal at home. But I probably would be completely wrong, and the Vikings wipe the floor with them. All right, so next we have the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road facing the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee, they're on a 2-game losing streak right now, but I think that ends. I have them win at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars, 24-17. All right, so we have the Baltimore Ravens on the road facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, Lamar Jackson's having knee problems. I actually have the Steelers winning this game at home. It's going to be an upset. I have Pittsburgh. Well, I don't know if it'd be too much of an upset if Lamar Jackson isn't playing. But I have Pittsburgh winning this game 21-13. All right, next we have the Kansas City Chiefs facing the Denver Broncos. They're supposed to be like a big matchup this season. Russell Wilson with the Denver, we expect this to be one of the major games for the season. Well, nope. I have Kansas City winning this game, man. I have Kansas City winning this game 24-13. Denver actually do have a pretty good defense. That's why I'm only saying the Chiefs will score 24. But then again, that is the Chiefs. They still might score 30-something. But I got the Chiefs winning 24-13. All right, so the Carolina Panthers on the road facing the Seattle Seahawks. I like the Seahawks at home. I have them winning 27-14. Then we have the Miami Dolphins, who's 8-4, on the road facing the LA Chargers, who's 6-6. This is going to be a pretty good game. I got the Dolphins winning this game, edging it by 4 points. I say 28-24 Miami. Bouncing back after that loss to San Francisco. Then we have the Monday night game. The New England Patriots on the road facing the Arizona Cardinals. I like the Patriots to win this game on the road. I have them winning 23-13. All right, man. So we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road facing the San Francisco 49ers. If Jimmy Garoppolo would have been playing, this probably would have been the big dog game of the week. You know, the storyline behind Brady and Garoppolo from their time in New England, yada, yada, yada. Unfortunately, Garoppolo's out for the season, and it's not happening. Jimmy G is the second quarterback for San Francisco to go down. So third stringer, rookie Brock Purdy, will be leading the offense. He played pretty well against the Dolphins last week. Even though Miami is a better team overall than the Buccaneers is right now, their defense do not match with Tampa Bay's. Tampa Bay defense is elite. They only give up about 18 points a game. We will see how Purdy play against an elite NFL defense. Tom Brady led the Bucs to a great comeback win last week over New Orleans Monday night. But the Saints ain't the 49ers. This ain't that. You get down by 2 touchdowns against the 49ers in the fourth quarter, you almost count yourself out. But then again, this is the GOAT. This is Tom Brady. This man can make something happen. Even though Tampa Bay's offense haven't been playing well, Tom Brady will throw the ball 60 times if he have to. So, this game right here is a toss-up, man. The Buccaneers offensive line is going to have to protect Brady, especially when the running game has been trashed like it has been. If Tom Brady has to drop back like pretty much all the time to get some yards, and you got players like Nick Bosa out there running wild, trying to get to the quarterback, I don't know. But at the same time, sometimes that 49ers offense can be a little shaky when it comes to pass blocking. Now, I'm not saying Purdy have to be a better quarterback than Tom Brady. But I will say, Purdy, man, even though he's a Mr. Irrelevant player, he has a lot of weapons around him. And the 49ers have a pretty good running game. But this is an elite defense. This is the first time I'm seeing him play against one. It's a toss-up. I like how Purdy played against the Dolphins, but like I said, that defense is not the Buccaneers' defense. But it's hard for a team who's one-dimensional offense to beat the defense like the 49ers. I actually edged the 49ers 21-13. But believe me, this game could go either way. I got 49ers 21-13. All right, man, let's move on to the big dog game of the week for week 14 of the season. We have the Philadelphia Eagles on the road facing the New York Giants. Look, man, I'm going to come clean, man. I know these are NFC East rivals. I understand. I get it, man. Probably the best division in football. But I'm going to come clean. I got the Eagles winning this game. I ain't going to hold you. I'm not going to predict anybody to beat the Eagles right now unless they have a major injury, knock on wood. Or Jalen Hurts decides, you know what, I don't feel like playing football. I had the Eagles winning this game 31-17. I like the Giants. I just think their offense is a little too one-dimensional to be the elite team like the Eagles. Even though it can happen, the Giants have a good defense. And they have Saquon Barkley. He's having a pretty good season. I mean, the Giants have 7 wins for a reason. I just think the Eagles are a superior team. I have Philadelphia win this game. I think they're just too good on both sides of the ball. Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, he became like the front runner for the MVP right now last week. I have Jalen Hurts and the Eagles 31-17. Before we get into the next segment, question. Do you need some insurance? Are you self-employed? You own a business? Need some life insurance, some dental insurance, some health insurance? Holler at Venice Paige at Just Healthy Insurance. She got you. She got customizable plans. She got what you need. You see all her information right here on the screen. Also post some links in the description box. Venice Paige is here for you. All right, y'all. Saturday night is fight night. We have a big boxing match. We have Terence Crawford facing David Evaniason, December 10th in Nebraska. I'm not going to lie, man. I kind of wish Crawford and his team could have dubbed this fight and had Crawford fighting Errol Spence Jr. But to be fair, to be honest, I know Crawford, he's undefeated, but he is 35 years old now. And he haven't boxed since November? That's when he knocked out Sean Porter. David Amaniason, he is a good fighter, though. Don't get it twisted. But I think it's a good fight for Crawford to take after taking a year off. Amaniason is a pretty good opponent. He's 29-3. He has one draw. He won the last 6 fights, all by TKO, by the way. And he's the defending European welterweight champion, so we're not going to try to play Amaniason like he just some little scrub or something. He can fight. On December 10th in Omaha, Crawford will have the WBO welterweight title on the line. Crawford is clearly the favorite to win this fight. But of course, Amaniason, he's trying to play spoiler because the boxing world, we want to see Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford fight. And we expect it to happen in 2023, but we want them both to be undefeated. We don't want Crawford losing this fight. But Amaniason, he don't give a damn about what we want. He wants to beat Crawford. And, he's a good fighter. So Crawford can't go in there sleeping. But I got Crawford winning this fight, man. I think it'll go about 8 rounds. I have Crawford winning this fight. He going to 2023 undefeated. And I believe the boxing fans will get what we deserve, which is Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. 2023, hopefully May or something. And that's my predictions. Crawford over Amaniason in 8 rounds. Alright, y'all. That's the end of Sports Tawkin Podcast, episode 2. Subscribe, hit that like button. Tell me what y'all think about leaving a comment. Big Dog out.